able to end off the weekend with a 3-hit day. Just felt like kind of the weekend was building up a little bit. You were putting good contact on the ball, but finally able to get some hits down. So just, I mean, how did you think you progressed throughout the weekend?
I thought I was having a good approach all weekend. I wasn't getting the result I wanted, but I was content with my process. So, it is what it is.
In particular with being a leadoff hitter, I mean, it's not always about the hits, it's just getting on base. I mean, is that kind of your mentality, or, I mean, what do you really strive for? What's a good at-bat look like for you?
Yeah, get on base however I can, whether it's a walk, hit by pitch, hit, any way I can get on base, I'm trying to get on.
You talked about being a leadoff, or you mentioned being a leadoff hitter. Behind you, 2 through 8 is a very deep and formidable lineup. What's it like as a leadoff hitter, being the table setter and knowing you've got a lot of girls behind you with a lot of pop and that could bring home a lot of runs?
Yeah, it's relieving. I mean, I know my job is to get on base so then they can hit me in. But if I don't get on base, they can do it themselves. So it's relieving, honestly.
One of those people has been Kedri. I mean, she leads the team in batting average. She's approaching 500 right now at the plate. How have you seen her grow, and what's it like just seeing her thrive at the plate so far?
Yeah, she's grown in so many ways. I mean, mentally, physically, hitting, defense, all around, her throws, everything that she does, she is extremely disciplined. And it's just so cool to be able to grow up with her. And she's my best friend. So for her to finally get the success that she's worked for, it's indescribable.
You mentioned staying in your process. How has that changed as someone that was a contributor basically from the moment you got here to now to this point? How has that evolved for you and changed going into the season?
Doing my job, doing the best I can also to bring out the best in others. When maybe I'm not getting on base, there's other things that I can do to add value to the team. So
we heard from Elise to start and just talked about the depth of the pitching staff too in comparison to the lineup as well. What's impressed you about their performance top to bottom, and how difficult is it to face them in practice as well?
It's insane. Like, they make us look so foolish. We've just been talking about how we can't wait to see what they do to other teams before season started, and starting to see them really settle in has been super cool. I mean, I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg too. Like, they have so much talent, and I can't wait for this weekend for them.
You guys have stolen a lot of bases, and I've noticed that when you guys end up at second or third base, you guys give a little signal. Can you just talk about that? What's the background behind that, and why'd you guys pick that for the season?
Do a little gymnastics action. We were sliding one day with Coach, Riley, and Steph, and Coach brought it up. She was like, Kai, we steal a base right here, because that's what they were practicing. And it was just really funny, and now we all take it, and I think it's pretty cool.
You've been doing that a lot lately. I mean, just one of the leaders with stealing bases, again, just, how – I'm trying to think of the question here. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're on base, is it your first, thought to just you want to go and steal, or, you try to pick your moment a little bit? Because it does feel like sometimes, you take off on that first pitch, and it's very hard for teams to throw you out.
Yeah. Most of the time I let Coach make the calls, but if I make a read, then I trust myself, and I know that the coaches trust me to take it if I feel like it would help the team get in scoring position. Yeah.
Kai, talked about your sister a minute ago. She hit the weekend. She had she hit 714. That's hard to do in batting practice, let alone in games. Have you seen anybody get in a groove like that, where she's just stinging the ball and get on base all the time?
Yeah, she used to do it in high school all the time. It was no surprise to me. It was not if, it was when. So I'm excited to see what she does this weekend too.